screen, they're the lovable mum and dad from Gavin and Stacey. Pam and Mick.
Don't talk to me. I've had enough.
But off camera, Alison Steadman and Larry Lamb have been friends for over 25 years.
Cheeky. Cheeky.
Now they're off on a travel odyssey.
What's going on?
That was an interesting experience.
From Billericay in Essex
That was fantastic.
to the far-flung land of Barry Island in South Wales.
Wait for me, Mum!
A journey they made in the hit show numerous times.
Gavin and Stacey, you pillock.
But in real life, they've never ever done it.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
Absolutely.
They're taking the scenic route
Just passed a boat called Aquaholic.
to indulge their passions.
You fancy a swim, darling?
You are nuts.
Catch up with some familiar faces
We're meeting up with Budgie. It's going to be fun.
and spend some quality time together.
This is a bit special. I don't want this to end.
Getting to be like the old Crocs tour of Britain, this is.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Somebody's filled up with petrol and it should have been diesel or the other way around.
That's a fuel fixer.
That's what he's doing. He's pumping it out. Done that twice.
On the road again.
TV husband and wife Alison Steadman and Larry Lamb are on the second leg of their sedate back road tour to Barry. And he's chosen Blenheim Palace for their next stop. No rushing for these two.
Have you been there before?
Nope.
Blenheim's one of my favourite places.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all you know, overall, throughout, you know, all the different spots I've been around the country, I think it's great.
Keen history buff Larry has been visiting the 18th century palace for years.
The scale of it. It'd be rather fun to transpose old Mick and Pam to have won somewhere like this on the lottery.
Lord and Lady Blenheim.
A place fitting for TV royalty, with over 180 rooms and set in the middle of 12,000 acres. There's one part Larry's never explored.
So I'm finally going to get to see the maze and take you to the maze.
How has he never seen the maze? It's massive.
That'll be a few laughs because I've no sense of direction.
Now you tell me. Let's go and find our way to the maze.
Let's go.
Awaiting them is the Marlborough maze, but at just over 2 miles long, conquering it won't be easy.
I feel lost already.
Yeah.
I've only just started.
Oh, my hand, will you? Right.
Oh, don't
Here we
leave
go,
me.
dear. On we go.
Right, remember this round one
I
here.
will remember this.
Oh, there's
round one.
another round one. Oh, there's
Yeah.
loads of round ones. That's no
Yeah,
good.
here we go.
We could be in here a long time, Larry.
Well, you know,
This could take.
we'll probably find some other people wandering around in here. Here we go. And now we're going away from
That's a dead end. That is a dead end, Larry.
Are you sure? Oh, that's a dead end.
Oh, God.
Come on. Come on, dear.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry and you're not much use at this, are you? Eh? What are you laughing at?
This is crazy.
I know. Tell me.
Look at that plane, Larry.
Help!
Seriously, though, how do we get out?
Tell me about it.
I've got a dental appointment in April.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to be really hard pushed to keep that one, dear. Ah, well, at least we found one of the watchtowers.
Ah, right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Would you like to lead?
The maze has 2 watchtowers that provide the perfect opportunity for visitors to see just how lost they are.
Well, this is no help as to
No,
how
it's
to
no
get out
help.
of this thing.
In fact, I find it a little bit more confusing, don't
Yeah.
you? I bet there was a bit of hankerless-pankerless went on in some of these mazes, you know what I mean?
Hankerless pankerless.
Hankerless-pankerless, mate. They got lost in the maze for days and days.
That's hanky-panky, as Bryn might say.
Imagine planting all this and working out planting all these trees and then cutting them to make this maze. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. Cutting out all the letters of Blenheim.
Oh, yes. God, I hadn't noticed
Isn't it
that.
just something?
Wow.
Let's go down here.
Are you sure about this?
We got to go that way.
Which way?
This way. Yep, that's it.
Oh, hooray! Hey!
Here we are.
Hooray! Phew, we did it.
You made it. Well done.
Historian Antonia Keaney is not only exceedingly patient, but she's also an expert on the palace and the secrets of the maze.
It's long, isn't it? The maintenance on it must be extraordinary. Yeah?
I think it takes 6 gardeners a week to cut it.
to clip it,
once a year.
That's a lot of strimming.
It's impressive, isn't it?
It is impressive.
Around the edge here, can you see what that spells out?
Yeah, we saw that from up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh, of
Blenheim,
course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you know where else it appears?
No.
No?
So on our new £5 notes.
Oh, wow.
So you've got Winston Churchill
Yeah.
Yes, of
and the
course.
Blenheim Maze.
Right, right.
Oh, wow.
Of course, he must have run around here as a little boy, mustn't he?
No, because it wasn't here.
It
the
wa-
maze
it wasn't here?
No, it wasn't. So this was all kitchen garden when Churchill was a lad.
So he did spend some of his
He did.
childhood here,
He
didn't
did.
he?
Lots of people think he lived here, but it's his ancestral home.
And he was born here, wasn't he?
He was
He was
born
actually
here.
born here.
So when was this actually established? When was this laid out?
It was planted in 1987, and then it took about 4 years to establish, and then it was opened in 1991.
Oh, right, so
So
it's
it's been
really
here a bit.
recent.
Yeah, in the palace's history, it's new.
God, it's just so extraordinary, isn't it, eh?
It is.
Just
It is.
beautiful.
Antonia, thank you so much.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure.
If they can make it out, there's plenty more to see, particularly if you're an animal lover like Alison.
This way, yeah?
Yep,
We
yeah,
go
you
that
go that
way?
way.
You
Bye-bye.
can lead this time.
From maze to moose.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
This is
Who's
Delilah.
Hello, Delilah.
Yeah, you're a beauty, aren't you?
Hello.
Hey? And how old is
She's
Delilah?
10 months old.
Just a little
Gorgeous.
beauty.
Black
Just a
ears and the
little
nose
beauty,
and the eyes. Look as though she's got eyeliner on.
Yeah, so many people say that. Oh, she's got eyeliner on.
I think you should rename her Pam myself. Definitely.
And who are these other...
Well then, go on then, see if you can guess their names.
Not Mick and Pam.
Close.
Not Alison and Larry.
No, no. Gavin and Stacey.
No.
Really?
Yeah. They were orphaned, and Stacey was the first one that was bottle reared.
Which is Stacey?
That's Stacey there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one came along, and of course, well, he had to have a name, didn't he? So it had to be
Hello.
Gavin and Stacey.
And this is him, yeah?
That's him, yeah.
Hello.
Can we have a photo with Gavin and Stacey, do you think?
I reckon we could do that, don't you?
Feeding the kids.
Hiya, Mum and Dad.
See,
Bye,
See you,
Gavin.
kids.
Bye,
Be good.
Stacey.
Don't misbehave.
Oh, dear. Gavin and Stacey. My little prince over there.
You're a little prince.
I can see the likeness, actually.
Now. Now.
Oh, cheeky.
I love that maze. I just assumed you'd be better at me than finding your way out. I mean, if I was on my own, I'd probably still be in there now.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I am a passenger, and I ride.
After indulging Larry's passion for the past, our favourite TV couple are off to Cheltenham for Alison to share a lifelong passion of her own. And it's not horse racing.
I've always loved puppets since I was a child. We used to go in Liverpool, right in the middle of town, on a Saturday. They'd have Punch and Judy, and that was my treat. And that's where I got to know all about Punch and Judy.
God, that was always such a thing on the beach, wasn't it? At the seaside, a Punch and Judy show.
When I was a child, I made a puppet. You start with a potato. Then you put the plasticine round and you model the face. And then you smear some Vaseline on that, and then you cover it in layers of bits of newspaper cut up and dipped in flour and water. And I just couldn't wait for a week for it to dry. So I put the oven on and popped it in the oven. And when I opened the oven, I'd used self-raising flour and not plain flour, and it had all swollen up just to a ball. All the features had gone. I was so upset.
That's the way to do it. Where's me sausages? Where's me sausages?
Now it's Alison's turn to pull the strings, and to avoid baking another luncheon duty, she's arranged a puppet-making masterclass.
I'm really looking forward to this. Puppets, puppets.
Puppets.
My favourite. Hello, hello, you must be Bee.
I am, yes, lovely to meet you.
Hi,
Come
nice
take
to
a
meet
seat.
Bee has been making puppets since she was 10 and now runs regular workshops to share the secrets of her crafty creations.
We are going to give you some puppets. These are very basic ones. There's one for you.
You know, I'm a bit of a puppet fanatic.
This is exciting for you then. So I brought my own puppet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
So we're matching, as you can see. So we've got loads of eyes. I don't know if you guys want to start having a little look at what eyes you like. So we've got some blue ones. You're going to add some hair. So I've got lots of material just here for
Hey,
you guys.
where's my eye? Where's my nose? What are you doing? I can't breathe. I can't see. What's going on?
You are experts already. But feel free to use that if you need to.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello!
Alison's also invited Rob Wilfort to the puppet party, known to millions as Jason West. He's also had roles in shows like Bridgerton and Endeavour. He even had a cameo in Harry Potter.
Somebody order a Muppet.
That's it.
Oh, look, we haven't seen Rob 3 years since we did the Christmas.
No, since you did this special.
3 years, and then we invite him along and get him making puppets.
Making puppets.
Why not?
Why not?
Were you in Gavin and Stacey?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought I recognised your face, yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Are you going to be doing any more? That's what I get asked. Do you get asked that all the time?
Yeah, once or twice.
Well, once or twice.
We were just deciding on what kind of eyes we wanted to make our puppets.
Can I borrow your picker?
Yeah, just to sort
My picker?
Picker.
Can I borrow your picker?
How has your journey been so far?
Good.
We've enjoyed it, yeah.
Yeah. We had a bike ride with Budgie in Epping Forest. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Did it take you a long time to get involved with Gavin and Stacey, Rob?
So I knew James, and he said, we're going to get you into audition for Stacey's brother. And I got it, and yeah, it was amazing. I did go to Barry Island with my kids to show them around. I only got spotted by about 1 or 2 people because Jason's got a beard, he's quite well turned out. I'm this pasty kind of bloke in glasses. The Muppets was one of the first things I ever watched, apparently. My mum tells this good story about how I used to sit on my potty and watch the Muppets.
Oh, I love.
And I used to cry when it finished.
Oh, yeah, I do that now. I loved City & Co. That was that's where I started.
And that's even predate Bill and Ben.
Flower pot
Men.
I used to watch that as well.
Bill and Ben, flower pot men.
Right, so everyone's got eyes, haven't they? That's fantastic.
Yes.
So yeah, I think these puppet characters are looking pretty good. When you've put it on, you can see how it moves and see if anything falls. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, you can kind of have a little think about who this character might be now.
Oh, that is
Oh
good.
my gosh. So maybe he's a waiter.
In a second-rate hotel.
I've suddenly decided to make him a bit of an old man.
Love it.
Or not retired fisherman.
Yeah, a fisherman.
The
yes.
jumper says so.
Yeah.
Now I said he's an old fisherman. I've brought it up. The fishing trip, yeah. People ask me all the time, as soon as they realise what happened on the fishing trip.
What happened on that
And I have to
fishing
sometimes say, you do realise that's the joke.
You do realise
You're never going to find out what happened.
It's the MacGuffin.
Well, you're never going to find out. And even if we did, everyone would go, oh, that? Oh, what?
What?
That, just that? Or...
No.
These characters are coming together pretty well. It's really nice when you have those finishing touches. So we can show you how to use the arm rods if you wanted to sort of point or gesture, you know, like a yeah, or you're about to hug each other. That's always a really fun thing to do. Nice to meet you. Oh my gosh! Ah!
What's your name?
My name is Lorenzo. Now I am ready to sing.
Lovely to meet you, Lorenzo. My name is Horace.
Horace.
Yes.
Oh. And you?
Hello, Horace.
And you?
Hello.
My name's Wandering Pete.
Wandering
Pete McDougal. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I have to go. I have a show.
Thank God he's going. I thought he'd never leave. I think it's all rather fun.
Having taken a hands-on and hands-in approach to puppet making, our very own Kermit and Fozzie are back on the road.
Tell you what, I think that's the best puppet class I've ever been to. That one you took me to.
Yeah, and it was lovely to see Rob again.
Yeah.
And where are we off to next?
Upper Slaughter.
Upper Slaughter.
Yeah.
Much prettier than its name suggests, Upper Slaughter is a bit of a detour. But when fancy cream teas are concerned, our duo are keen to investigate.
It's my favourite tea, I have to say.
Is it?
I love it, yeah. A good scone. My mum used to make them years ago, and oh, they're delicious. Now I love them.
Do you make them?
I used to.
Did you?
Oh, yes. I could make them like that without even thinking about it. Now, if you said to me, make some scones, I'd be checking in the recipe book.
God, what a landscape. This is just something else.
Gorgeous.
Eh? When I was in my 20s, I don't know whether the countryside really meant so much to me then as it does now. You know, because it does represent a kind of slower pace. It suits me down to the ground, just rolling through the fields and the woods and...
Yeah. It's funny how you change, isn't it, as you get older? I mean,
it is.
When my boys were little, I had quite a good car, and I would drive to Liverpool all the time to see my parents and to see my parents-in-law in Manchester.
Yeah.
I just put the boys in, strap them in, off you'd go, wouldn't think twice. Now, the thoughts of driving on that motorway to Liverpool and back, I just go, no,
Getting to be like the old Crocs tour of Britness is like, oh yeah, you need more rest there.
Could we stop, please?
Yeah. Slow down, you're doing 20 miles an hour.
Lords of the Manor.
Looks very nice.
Yes, looks like the kind of place we could get a nice
Scone
and cream and jam.
Right.
Gorgeous.
This old manor house dates from the 1640s and was requisitioned by the army during the Second World War.
Hi there, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Aha.
Welcome.
Thankfully, the rations have improved significantly since then.
Good. This is delicious.
Oh my goodness. Larry, brace yourself.
Temptation
Thank
arrives.
you.
So sandwich-wise, you've got Loch-Duart salmon with a little bit of creme fraiche, and then local ham and local cheddar, done with our own homemade apple chutney. I'm sure you know about the scones, Dorset cream and local strawberry jam. Okay. We've got little cream tarts over there, and those are raspberry, elderflower, and passion fruit. 2 panna cottas with a little bit of amaretto, and you've got a little poached pear, and then you've got Grand Marnier laced chocolate, Grand Marnier laced sponge, and chantilly cream. Enjoy.
Thank you
very
Pleasure.
much.
Torture. Hey, I'm not going to.
I'm not going to eat that top layer.
I'm not going to yet.
I just want one sandwich.
That's how it starts.
No,
The thin end of the wedge.
What?
That's it.
Sandwich.
I'll tell you what, it'll be. I just want to try a little bit of
No,
those
it
raspberries.
won't. It will not.
I think I'm going to have a fruit scone.
I'm having plain. You know, some people say jam first on the scone. I don't agree with that. I think you've got to put your cream on first and then the jam on the top.
Exactly. It's sort of like butter. I'm going to have another scone and that'll do.
You're having another one.
And I'm not going to have anything else.
The only thing, if I had to, would be the raspberries and the cream and that little thing.
That's me. Worth driving 40 miles for.
A lot of the reason I actually became an actress was that my sisters were 10 and 12 years older
That's
than me.
what I thought.
I would be on my own and I would be acting things out.
Yep.
At night in my bedroom, pretending to be other people.
Yep.
You know, hearing the Scottish accent of the lady next door, trying to do this accent and impersonating people off television.
Yeah.
And I loved it, you know, and that gave me a sort of comfort.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you'd grown up with them there and then all of a sudden they were gone.
And the house was empty, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. Yeah. So tomorrow,
Due west.
Somerset?
Yep.
Right.
Right. Put another log on the fire, dear.
Put another log on the fire, would you,
on the
darling?
fire, dear. Sort of like, I keep getting drawn to the top layer.
You're a devil.
Overnight, the spring sunshine has made a hasty departure, and Larry and Alison are waking up to a blanket of snow that's covered the whole of the southwest. Stranded until the roads thaw, Alison and Larry have no choice but to take their time and embrace the impromptu winter wonderland.
Alison!
Oh my God.
You fancy a swim, darling?
Do you know, I think I'll pass on that today. You are nuts.
Perfect.
I've always known you were mad, Larry, but this now has gone beyond.
Well, the thing is, I love to do this every day, and I would normally be doing it today. So, you know, it's a work day, but...
It's snowing, Larry. It's freezing.
I know. That's the best bit about it. That's it.
Dear.
I mean, it's no colder than where I normally go. I hope.
Be careful getting in.
Deep enough. It's deep enough to just lie down in.
Lie down in. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh dear.
The good thing is you just get used to it, you know? It doesn't really feel cold.
Everyone says, oh, you feel great when you come out. And I always say yes, because your body's saying, thank God I'm not in that cold water anymore.
It's a little bit of heaven to be here with you.
I'm cold just sitting here all wrapped up.
Over the waterfall.
At least the water looks nice and
That's
clean.
right.
You didn't even flinch when you went under.
You sure you don't want to come in?
Never been so sure of anything in my entire life.
Come on. Be a devil.
I will not be a devil.
That'll do.
Oh, Larry, you remind me of James Bond.
Careful, Larry, don't slip.
Boom. That's it.
Here.
There we go.
That towel. Oh.
Oh, oh, oh.
You feeling good?
I feel great.
do you?
I really, that gets me going for the day. I miss that, and I can't do that. I miss it. I'm going to go and get changed and presentable so we can go onward the journey.
Onwards.
Bye-bye, dear.
Okay. Bye. Madman.
We're nice and toasty in here now.
Very toasty, very toasty. Yeah, you must have needed to get warm. I seriously don't know how you can do it. I really don't.
It's just a question of getting used to it. It really is. 2 years ago I tried it and I couldn't do it. You know, you got to start in the summer. You can't start in the autumn. You got to start in the summer, and as the water drops, you go with it.
You carry on.
Yeah, it's such a good thing for your general health. It does wonders for your immune system.
Really?
Yep. And I feel the cold less as well, I think. That's another thing I've noticed while I've been out and about.
It's good.
It's just been a great thing for me to do, you know, like an old George says to me, God, Dad, it's not 10 years off your face. God only knows how old I look before I start.
Sufficiently defrosted, Larry and Alison are heading into Somerset for a unique foodie feast at a restaurant called the Ethicurean.
Ethicurean?
Yeah.
I suppose that's epicure and ethos, isn't it? Ethical.
Because they grow all their own produce, don't they, for
That's
the
right,
restaurant?
evidently that's it.
Tomatoes was one of my dad's favourites.
Really?
I can still remember the smell when you went in the greenhouse.
Oh,
it
the
was
smell
lovely.
of tomato.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And they had such flavour.
Yeah.
Very often tomatoes now, they look okay, but
Yeah.
their flavour's...
Just water.
Yeah. I wonder what they can get this time of year. We will find out.
Much of what's served in the restaurant is grown on site under the close supervision of head chef Mark McCabe.
They're growing it all outside.
Yeah?
This is going to be good. I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
So, that's
Hello,
Mark.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Ethicurean. Lovely to meet you.
Hey, nice to
Hello,
meet you.
Mark.
Hi.
Nice to see you. You grow all this?
We do, yeah. We try really hard to just work with what we have in the garden.
And this is kale, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
This is growing now, is it?
Yeah. One of the few things that can survive any weather.
And these are leeks, yeah?
Absolutely. And I've just been out to pick these in the snow, so I mean they don't get much fresher than this.
Right. Did you always do this? Were you like a keen gardener and then you became a chef, or you were a chef and you started to grow your own stuff?
I've just always really loved seasonal eating, really, and it kind of they come hand in hand.
Yeah.
I like that. You know, the garden dictates what we cook.
The garden tells you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We get gluts like every garden.
Yeah.
And so preserving and fermenting, it's something we do a lot of here because obviously we want to be able to use them all year round if we can.
Turnips with dulse, eh? You ever had turnips with dulse?
No, I haven't. What's dulse? What's dulse?
So dulse is the seaweed. I mean, this was just something I was playing with, just a really nice...
Well, you invented that, yeah?
Well, inventing makes it seem a lot more impressive than it is.
Oh.
We're looking forward to
Yeah, I am.
what we're going to have tonight.
No, I'm very excited to cook.
Yeah.
Shall we show you to your table?
Yeah.
Please.
Let's go.
How many courses have we got?
I don't know.
Come on,
Oh,
Mark.
come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Hey. Hee. So, Mark.
Thank you.
So this is a little fermented squash sauce, pickled fresh squash, and then some barbecued kale.
Lovely.
This is very special. Thank you.
Thank you.
All of this is the first course. I think we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
And there's another treat tomorrow, a visit to one of Alison's favourite cities.
I've got a lot of memories of Bath.
Have you? Repeatable ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I've worked there a lot.
In the theatre, yeah?
In the theatre, yeah.
Lovely theatre, isn't it? Theatre Royal.
Yeah, it is a beautiful theatre, yeah. And of course, when you've got a day off,
yeah,
you've got this lovely city to walk round and, you know, there's so many things to do and see.
So when was the last time you were working in the theatre in Bath?
It was a play called Thérèse Raquin.
A lot of words, I bet. Right?
Yeah, not so much for me, because I was playing Mother, the mother-in-law, and she has a stroke halfway through the play, so she can't speak.
That's very good.
Which is very handy.
Sort of parts you want, right? Not quite as much words to remember as you get older. Lovely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Some chicken. We've brined the breast on the crown and then roasted it. We've also got some of the leeks that we picked earlier. Enjoy.
Another treat.
That's good.
Who encouraged you to be an actor?
It's an accident. The first big party I ever had was playing Henry VIII in A Man for All Season. You know, I had like a kilty sort of outfit with stockinged legs underneath. My knees were going like castanets on the first night in front of an audience. I mean, I couldn't stop them knocking. It was like boom, 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 boom. They had a life of their own.
Well, I'd love to have seen that.
Yeah.
It's a terrifying job we have.
I know. So what am I doing here doing this? Yeah. No, they don't like me. They don't like me. They can see right through me. Some actors, I mean, they just like, they just walk out there. It's like,
yeah,
you lucky lot. You've come to see me.
Dessert.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
In the bottom, we've got a plum compote. We've got a plum stone ice cream. So we roasted the stones from the plums and infused it through an ice cream base.
You roasted the stones?
Yeah.
What?
So we don't use chocolate here, just because it's not British. So we use this thing called koji, which is a fermented grain. We dehydrate it for about 60 degrees for about a week, and it caramelizes, and it tastes just like cocoa powder.
You're going to have to do this.
You're like a magician. Thank you so much. This is madness.
I know.
Brilliant. Wow. Yummy, yummy. My mum was a great cook. She used to make puddings every night. And then you didn't have all these convenience foods. You didn't have... I remember when yoghurt suddenly happened, you know.
Yep.
When I was about 17, my mum said, oh, we're having yoghurt tonight. You know, she was kind of relieved not to have to make a pudding. I'd give that a 10.
Me too. Any chance of seconds?
You know, we don't normally get a chance to sit and chat like this, do we?
We don't. And eat food.
Yeah.
And have drinks.
Have drinks. On our way to Barry, but in the meantime, we're having such a good time.
Having such a good time.
I just want it to carry on.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Slow it down a bit.
So nice.
But you can't make old friends.
Very, very British weather for us now, dear.
Yep, nice and grey.
Starts off snowing, nice bright white, and now lovely grey.
TV treasures Alison and Larry are en route to Bath, famous for being a World Heritage Site and home to Jane Austen.
When you think back on all the jobs you've done over the years, and I think Pride and Prejudice would certainly be in my top 3. It was a really good experience. We had proper time, you know, to rehearse and film. I loved it. Hard work, but fun.
But that's it, you know. Yeah. Those ones tend to be fun, don't they? Yeah, and EastEnders, that was fun. I think a lot of the jobs that I've really enjoyed were jobs in the theatre. You know, apart from television series that have kind of made your day. Like that one that, what's it called? Gavin and Stacey, that one.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. And of course, after playing all sorts of nasty people in all sorts of dramas, and I finish up playing dear old Mick Shipman in a comedy, which becomes a comedy classic. It wasn't quite the way I would figure things would go.
People's faces when they talk about it.
Yeah, you're a big part of their lives,
Yeah,
you know?
and that gives me a real kind of thrill, you know.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, we watch the Christmas special every Christmas. As a family, we all sit round. And they just love it.
Yep.
We were sitting outside in this pub, and this chap came over, and he really quite shy, and he said, excuse me, love, I'm sorry to bother you, but was you the mother in Keaney and Lacey? And I said, oh, no, I've never been in that series. And he went, oh, sorry, love, you know. And he wandered back, and you could see him talking to them. And one of the gang jumped up and shouted out, Gavin and Stacey, you pillock, you pillock.
Here we are.
In the middle of Bath. I'm looking forward to the Roman baths. I think I've done about 6 plays here, but I've never done a proper tour.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you're on a tour with the theatre, you're just waiting every day to go on in the evening, aren't you? So you get to know everything about the place during the week.
Yeah.
Go to the cinema in the afternoon once a week.
I remember us going to the cinema. What was it? We went to see a Bond film together.
Yeah. When I was a younger fella, I must have been up for an audition for James Bond, I don't know, 3 or 4 times.
What, to play Bond?
Yeah. Every time somebody that was playing Bond started kicking off about their contract, all of a sudden they start having casting sessions for a new James Bond. It was a real sort of tactic, but didn't get that one right.
I said you reminded me of Bond.
That Abbey, amazing, isn't it?
I know, it is. It's beautiful.
No visit to this city would be complete without a tour of the world-famous Roman baths.
I came here when I was 11, so that was 1958, right?
Yeah.
So that's 64 years ago. 64 years.
So this is your first bath in?
Yeah, first bath in a long time. You'd never know.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Roman baths.
Hello there.
Have you ever been here before?
Oh, yeah.
So over the years, I've popped in and out of here.
Yeah.
But I've never done a proper tour, so it would be nice to know a bit more about it.
Brilliant. So welcome to the terrace. Sorry about the weather, but the view's still beautiful.
Do you have any idea of when this was built?
We've got one stone that has Vesp on it, and that tells us that it was there when Vespasian was emperor.
Right.
We think it probably began to be built in AD 42, roughly when the Romans come to Britain, and it would have been here for a period of 300 years. All the Roman stuff is right at the bottom there, but the Victorians discovered it in the 1800s and made the Victorian terrace, this bit that we're standing on now.
Was it all buried? Was it all filled in or
Yeah.
what? Was it?
The houses all came across the top of this. And in the 1800s, there was one person who started complaining about having water in their basement. And there's this hot water as well.
That's all right.
The city architect, who's called Major Davis, he comes along and he has a look at what's going on. And he starts buying up all the properties across here. And since then, the archaeologists have kind of excavated more and more of it. So it goes off much further than here. There's also a big temple they built.
I have to ask this question, looking down at this. I'm sure we went in those baths and we swam in those baths.
Yeah, you will have done.
And I was 11, so that was in 1958. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, yeah.
It was right up until the 70s. You could come here and bathe. We're not allowed anymore in this water. It's got loads of different algae growing in it, lots of interesting bacteria. All the pigeons poo in it.
But back in the day, a bit of warm water bacteria wouldn't deter a Roman from taking a dip.
You would have had people swimming in the water, someone playing music maybe, you would have had people sitting in a corner playing games, so a really kind of different environment to what we're standing in today.
There's a lot here for a Roman ruin, huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot here.
You've got the kind of Roman stone blocks and the Roman paving, which is 2,000 years old. So much has survived, but mostly because we're now underground.
But possibly the most mystical part of this ancient attraction is the sacred spring.
So you've got the water comes from rainfall on the Mendips,
Right.
percolates through the ground, through the mountains, all the way deep enough so that all the pressure in the earth heats it up, and then it comes up through cracks in the centre of Bath. And this is literally where that water's coming up in front of us here. And you can see why they would have worshipped it, with all that steam coming up around us. If you don't know the principles of thermodynamics and how steam works,
It's
you
magic.
can easily see magic in this, can't you?
Yeah.
Gods. And actually, where we're stood now, as a Roman, this is how you would have communed with the spring.
God, my old dad would have loved to have come on a tour like this, I tell you.
Is that where you get your love of history from your dad?
From my dad, and very specifically, this place, coming here with him at that age, was just such this extraordinary experience, you know, to climb into that warm water with this sort of slight sniff to it, you know, a little gaseous sniff to it.
It is an incredible space.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else like it in the country.
Yeah, so we can't bathe here, but are there places in Bath where you can go for a swim or a dip?
Yeah. So there's the Thermae Spa, which is just across the road, and they have a lovely series of pools that use that hot spring water, so you can still feel the temperature that you would have felt as a Roman coming to Bath.
Oh, Larry.
Whoa, that's it.
I see the smile.
Perfect way to end the day.
Yeah.
Across the road is this little oasis, the Cross Keys Baths. And thankfully, its bathing water is fully approved for senior swimmers.
Come on, Larry.
In the blue corner.
What are you doing? You took your time.
There she is.
Nice.
The hot bath, like
Very
Cleopatra, waiting for the ass's milk to arrive. Very Pamela, isn't it, eh?
Come on, get in. Woohoo. Hey, good, isn't it? Oh, don't tickle my feet. No, don't tickle my feet. The complete opposite to yesterday.
I know.
When you were in that freezing water.
I know. One day in the river and the next in the thermal bath. You can't beat it. Hey, life in the fast lane. Lovely, eh?
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh. I think 2,000 years ago, there might have been a couple like Mick and Pam just sitting on the side of the bath like this. Really lovely, even for an old cold water warrior like me. How do we follow this? Eh?
Well,
where are we going next?
From Bath
to
Barry.
Islands